Hey, Aries, intuitive soul coach here with your May 2022 full moon reading. Welcome back to my channel if you are returning, and welcome if you are new. Today we'll dive into the collective energy of Aries and take a look at what energies this full moon in Scorpio, which lands on the 15th or 16th of May, depending on your location. We'll take a look and see what is showing up for you. This is an extra powerful moon, Aries, as it is a super blood moon with an eclipse, and it'll be in Mercury retrograde as well. So in the sign of Scorpio, it talks about extremes. It can talk about karma, transformation, mysticism, secrets coming to the surface. But the beautiful thing about retrogrades, Aries, is it's all about revising, reviewing, rejuvenating, and reconsidering new things, new patterns, new habits to move forward and live your best life. So what we'll do today is dive in and we'll take a look at the energies surrounding you, how we can help you navigate through the retrograde time. We'll see what gifts are showing up for you. So just a friendly reminder, these are general readings. Please do take what resonates and leave the rest behind. If you are interested in a personal reading or even entering into that free monthly reading giveaway, you can find both of those links in the description box below. All right, Aries, let's dive in here. We have the energy of Virgo. We do have Scorpio and we have Capricorn here. So you may be carrying these placements in your chart. You may be dealing with other people who have these placements, or you may just be embodying the energies here. So even though we are in Gemini season here, the full moon will land in Scorpio, and your first card out is trust all will be well, because sometimes when we deal with Mercury retrogrades and full moons, which talk about endings at times, endings bringing new beginnings, sometimes we tend to really get into our mind, or we let our emotions take over. And again, with that energy of Scorpio, that is about extremes, karma, shadow, light, mysticism, and secret. So trust that anything that shows up for you, Aries, around this full moon, 2 days prior, 2 days after, that all will be well, and that it's actually showing up for you to reconsider, rethink things over, and revise and come up with a new plan here. And we'll dive in further as we go. We have go deeper in this one, so I love it. Scorpio energy, just as we were talking about, is all about going deeper. So expect this time for you to be really intense. And it doesn't have to be a bad intense. It can be a positive intense as well. Don't let Mercury retrograde fear you into thinking that things are going to be chaotic. I'm not saying that they're not going to be, but it doesn't mean that you won't be able to handle it. Because again, Mercury retrograde, it may affect communication. It may affect travel, technology. So this is a perfect reading for you to prepare yourself. Maybe it is gaining new passwords. It's about double checking your travel plans if you are traveling during that time. Communication, maybe it's about you making sure you're double checking, crossing your T's, dotting your I's before you put it out onto social media or send an email or send a message here. So do take a look, because your feelings and your emotions, some of you may be putting it out there more into the world, which is good, especially if this is therapy. This could be counseling, coaching. I feel like a lot of you are going to go really deep and revise some sort of plan that you've had for yourself. But actually in this revision, Aries, you're going to find out in a month or so that this revision that you are going through around the full moon was for your best interest. It's going to leave a lot more room for expansion, growth, and change, which I love for you. Now, we do have taking a reality check, Capricorn energy. So that this is exactly the energy we were talking about, is going deeper. So instead of you feeling like you are being on the surface, maybe every day you're going to a job that just pays the bills, or you're doing the same thing. There's a routine here. There is a reality check coming in where you are questioning, all right, I need to do some revising. I need to feel a sense of rejuvenation, a sense of renewal. I'm going to reconsider how I'm living my life. And that's what you're doing here with this energy in Capricorn. You are revising and you're coming up with a new plan, and it's going to better your life. I mean, this could be in any area of your life, possibly health. Maybe you're taking a reality check and saying to yourself, oh, Aries, I haven't been, feeling very good regarding what I'm putting into my body. Maybe I've been eating too much sugar, too much caffeine, too much alcohol, whatever this is for you. And you're saying, wow, I've really packed on the weight. I've gained 5 pounds. Maybe some of you need to gain 5 pounds. But this is about you taking a reality check and revising. So you're able to, again, expand and grow in a positive way. For others of you, this is taking a reality check in your relationships. I feel for some of you, if you are wanting to take something to the next level, even though we are in retrograde, it is about healing and bringing up those deep emotions so you're actually able to clear the air to bring things to that higher level. For some of you that have been in a relationship that has been off and on, or it's been back and forth energy, you may decide once and for all during this retrograde, during this full moon, that you want to move forward in a new direction because you don't want to go back and forth any longer. For others of you that are in a career that isn't fulfilling, you may take a reality check and say, you know what, this isn't what I want to do. And I feel it will be a lot easier for you to drop the things that no longer serve you. So that is the power and the beauty of this super blood moon eclipse energy showing up for you, is you're not going to put up with the BS. And that's again the beauty of Mercury retrograde, because things are coming up that you may have suppressed or you may have held back in the past. But we're going to dive in here and see where your energy is currently at around this full moon. So what do we have here for Aries around this full moon, Spirit? All right, 8 of Pentacles, mastering your craft. For some of you, this is about your hobbies, your interests, your projects. This could be about you remodeling your home. This could be about you starting maybe gardening or you planting. I feel for some of you, I'm seeing the hands in the dirt. So it's a perfect time for you to get your hands dirty. This could also be symbolic for grounding your energy as well. But the 8 of Pentacles can be about working on yourself, working on your relationships, because Pentacles can be about your body, your health, your mind here. Even though it's not, I'm not necessarily feeling minds, but I feel Scorpio energy for you is going to get really deep. So deep down on a soul level, if you suppress something or if you put something on hold, Aries, maybe it's something that you wanted to do 5 or 10 years ago, or even as a child, but you maybe put it aside because you had to go get a degree or you had to pay the bills. So you had to work in a career that you enjoyed, but it wasn't your soul's purpose. You may reconsider this month around this full moon. Now, the 8 of Pentacles is also about putting your best effort in, loving what it is that you do, loving your work. This can also be about you gaining knowledge. This is very fortuitous for those that are in the art field, design, music, education. And if you're feeling uninspired, or if you've been going through a little bit of a lull or a creative block, don't let that get in your way. It may just be, if you're currently going through it, I feel like it will pass here and you're going to come out of it kind of like that phoenix rising from the ashes, where you're going to have idea after idea after idea that you're really going to work with. Like I said earlier, after this period for you, because you're getting down to the nitty gritty, there's a huge transformation that is going to leave you feeling the growth, feeling the expansion here. So I really like this energy for you. Let's take a look and see what you'll be releasing around the full moon. What is it that you're going to be releasing and starting fresh? What new beginnings? 7. Wow. Okay. So this is about you going backwards, which is good because that Mercury retrograde is saying here that you are reassessing something here. And that's exactly the energy that we're tuning into. So something that you may be reconsidering once again. The 7 of Pentacles says, do you want to continue going in this direction? Just as we were talking about earlier, in that relationship, do you want to continue putting the work in, the effort? Do you want to continue working in that career or that job if it's not as inspiring as it once was? Do you want to change the way that you perceive yourself? Maybe change your patterns, your habits, your eating, your drinking. So again, the 7 of Pentacles is beautiful, showing up right next to the 8, because it says that yes, you are reconsidering, you are reevaluating and taking a second chance or a second approach to something and revisiting it and saying, hey, is this what I feel I should be doing at this time? So you are going deep and you are looking at, I feel like you're looking at how to bring more success, but more happiness on an emotional level. Thank you, Spirit. They're giving me emotional wealth is very, very important for you around this time. Let's take a look and see what you should focus on manifesting. What is it that you'll focus on manifesting around this full moon? All right, how would you like that? Okay, so Spirit wants all of those. So we have the Two of Pentacles, another pentacle for you. Some of you really have finances or earthly material energies showing up here. This can be material gain. You may be looking at the losses in the past. Prosperity, health, body. So the Two of Pentacles says that you may be comparing up things at this time. So I love that the energy is flowing in just as we're talking here about these things. Now, the Two of Pentacles can be about comparison shopping. Maybe you're waiting to bite the bullet, or you're waiting to put something out there because you're waiting for results. I'm not saying continue waiting here until retrograde's over. You certainly can put something out there or purchase something, but it's about, again, double checking, dotting your I's, crossing those T's, and making sure all your ducks are in a row before you take a leap here, before you make a major decision in your life, or even a small decision for you. I feel like you are on the right path here, Aries. The Two of Pentacles does talk about you multitasking. It talks about you taking a look at your finances. I feel like a lot of you are reconsidering and maybe speaking to a financial advisor, maybe getting an app regarding your money, how you spend your money. You may be thinking about where to put your money as well. Some of you are wondering what you can do as a side project or a side hobby, or even a business opportunity that you have, and how to bring in more money as well. Wow, you have the Three of Pentacles showing up. Some of you may be considering working with people. And what this is saying here is you're contemplating, is this the best energy for me? Do I take this opportunity to work with others? This is about you trusting your feeling, and make sure you're not rushing into any partnerships this month, Aries. If somebody comes to you and says, Aries, we really want to partner up with you, if something seems too good to be true, really dive in a little bit further here, because there could be underlying issues. There could be some secrets, some sort of shadow energy coming in here. Excuse me. But the Judgment card, I love that this is showing up in your energy as a positive, because this Judgment says you are evaluating your life. There is an awakening showing up here around this full moon. And what you're doing is you're changing your life for the better. Because if those of you Aries out there who feel like you are maybe ignoring your calling, or you're trying to move towards your calling or your soul's purpose, but you're still dealing with some blockages, some unhealed wounds. Maybe you're judging yourself or feel like you're being judged. This can be about avoiding change. That's where this eclipse comes in, this full moon energy, and says, no more waiting. It's time for you to really reevaluate. So you may have some things that show up. You may have secrets that come up to the surface. You may see somebody's true colors. There may be obstacles or challenges that you absolutely can face. So again, trust that all will be well here, Aries, because I feel like the things that maybe were illuminated or felt like they were in the shadows and you weren't able to see them clearly, you will see clearly regarding this full moon energy. But you're changing your life for the better here. And it's been a long time coming is what I'm sensing. Some of you have been feeling this change brewing in your heart, in your soul, in your gut here for quite some time, because we have the Temperance card showing up here. This is about patience. It's about self-control, compromise, moderation. So there's some sort of energies that you will blend out perfectly here. But again, they're giving me long time coming. So for those of you that have been working on a project here, you may be assessing new ways to bring in income. And it doesn't mean if you are a business owner or if you work for yourself that you are going to give up entirely what it is that you do. You may just add on additional modalities to bring in a new source of income. Maybe you're going to write a book on top of what you're doing, or create a YouTube channel, or use a different form of social media, a different platform. So there's new ideas that may be showing up for you, and you're going to really figure out what you need to do to take that next step to achieve finances, to achieve success, to achieve love, to achieve good health. You're really reviewing and reevaluating how to make those changes around this moon energy. All right, let's take a look here. So you're definitely manifesting some positive changes in your life here. Some of you may be manifesting partnerships, but this is about making sure before you sign any contracts, before you say yes to the partnerships, around this Mercury retrograde time as well. This is about you really double checking to make sure you have the clarity on everything, because I don't want you to be surprised if a month comes up and something shows up and you're thinking, whoa, well, I didn't realize that, or I didn't understand that. Maybe it was in the small print, or maybe it was something that was said vocally and wasn't put down on paper. So do check that energy as well. Now let's take a look here and see what your untapped spiritual gifts are. Let's take a look at your gifts and your greatest strengths. All right, untapped spiritual gifts and then greatest strengths. Thank you, Spirit. Ooh, we have the moon showing up. Oh my goodness, this is wonderful. Okay, so untapped. So this is something that you are still working on, Aries. You're working on endings. And endings may be part of your life theme. It may be really hard for you to let go. Letting go is hard for a lot of people. But Aries, this is something that you are starting to really dive into, because you have the Hanged Man and the Ten of Swords. So untapped potential here says that you will figure out in this lifetime, you will conquer your theme that you came here to learn. I mean, we come here to learn many things, but this may be one that shows up more for you during this full moon. This is about you seeing things from a new perspective and not hanging on so tightly to endings that show up. Sometimes they're painful. Sometimes they need to kind of just fall apart. Something new showing up that is better. But sometimes we hang on to the past, or we hang on to a person or a job because that is our safe zone, or we feel comfortable, or maybe that's all we know. So what this is saying here is endings bring new beginnings. And this makes perfect sense around this full moon, because you may have some deep-seated issues showing up for you, some karmic patterns, karmic cycles, maybe some inner childhood healing as well. But there is transformation here. So if you're feeling those high of highs or those low of lows lately, Aries, your untapped gift is that you will be able to move forward and accept these new beginnings that are being offered to you here. Now, what we have for your greatest strengths, which your strengths complement your gifts here, we actually have the Nine of Cups, which is beautiful. It's paired with the Three of Cups and the Moon. So the Moon card is showing those emotions deep down. This is that energy of the extremes, the shadow, transformation, secrets, mysticism here. So the moon showing up is about needing clarity. It's about trusting your intuition, not letting emotions overwhelm you, but trusting that your emotions are your friends and that they teach you about yourself and teach you how to move forward as well. This is subconscious memories. And this is saying here that your shadow side, I feel like, is coming up for a reason, to be healed, for you to work through things. Truths may come out and become exposed, but your greatest strength in spite here of things not being clear completely to you, whatever it is that you're wanting to manifest in your life, you have the wish fulfillment card followed by celebrations here. So some of you, this is about you being careful what you wish for, because you just might get it. And then do you want it when you get it here? And that may be what has showed up in the past for you. Or you may manifest based on what you're putting out into the universe. And some of you may be thinking, well, Melissa, obviously I didn't want to manifest this job that I'm in that I don't like, or this relationship. But sometimes we do manifest that based on unhealed wounds, based on karma, based on childhood wounding or energies that we maybe haven't dealt with or haven't quite healed. So you have a really powerful month showing up for you, especially around this full moon. But whatever you're focusing on, whatever you are revising, you are actually going to, again, celebrate. I'm seeing big celebrations showing up for you in June and July. So something that you're working on, something that you are possibly reconsidering here, moving in a new direction, will be very successful. You have that energy here to complete something that you want, or really manifest something that you want in your life. I mean, that can be anything. It's going to be anything for something different for each and every one of you. So whether it's love, whether it's career, whether it's a job change, a move, a traveling vacation, something, anything of that nature here, whatever you're manifesting, I do see it being a success as long as you are brave enough to really go inward and figure out how to review, how to rejuvenate, how to reconsider and revise and move forward here. Because remember in the beginning here, we talked about growth and expansion. Now let's take a look and get messages here from Spirit. Let's see what Spirit wants you to know regarding this full moon energy. What do we have here? They're giving me the name Garrett, G-A-R-R-E-T, I believe, or E-T-T, or please take that as it resonates. Garrett, maybe that's your middle name, maybe it's somebody that you are dealing with, Garrett, or maybe it's your name. It won't resonate with everyone. All right, we have a few messages coming in from Spirit here. We have love, a child's love, and intuitive nudges. So there's that child's love, inner child, healing, wounding. For some of you, it's about reevaluating and revising maybe your parenting, your relationships with your own children or with your parents as well. The love between a parent and child is one of the most precious and deep connections we make during our time on earth. Children start out as part of us, and from their first cries, they establish themselves as the biggest part of our hearts. So yes, some of you are really reconsidering. Some of you that are wanting children as well, you may be really reconsidering or reevaluating. Do I want to have another child? Do I want to... what do I want to do when my child moves out as well? So I'm just getting some big changes around children for some of you. Now, for others of you, this could be love for another person, love for what it is that you do. And it's about self-love as well. Because it says love is the foundation of your existence. And you're just as worthy of receiving as you are of giving. While love can be a beautiful emotion, it is equally a form of energy that propels you through life. So focus on love in this full moon energy here. Self-love, external love here. This is also about loving your children, loving your inner child first and foremost here. Very beautiful. And lastly, we have intuitive nudges showing up here from Spirit. Okay, thank you, Spirit. They're just showing me that somebody may have a contract that they had planned on signing, or there may be some sort of medical surgery or medical documentation, or it could be a job in the medical field here. I'm just seeing somebody signing, and they're giving me real estate as well. It could be a real estate transaction. Something may get a little bit delayed. There may be something with the technology or communication, or maybe you had planned to travel someplace. They're giving me 2, so there could be a delay of 2 weeks. And know that if that is you, Aries, that will be okay. It will actually be more than okay. So trust all that will be well, because things will show up and bring more clarity during that delay where you're better off. Okay, so again, take it as it resonates. But we have intuitive nudges. Trusting your intuition, trusting that this is the language of the soul. We're all born aware of this inner knowing. So intuition is one of the greatest gifts we possess. And it also helps us connect to our higher selves, our inner child, this divine spirit universe. So definitely pay attention to your dreams. Pay attention to the channeled messages that some of you do hear. Because Aries, I feel like, at times you are quite intuitive, and you are quite sensitive to the energies around you. So make sure that you are embodying that energy and trusting your gut feelings this month as well. Now let's take a look and see how you have grown. Let's see how you've grown during this cycle. The Star, you've done a lot of inner healing. And I just heard somebody say, I'm not sure about that. You absolutely have done a lot of growing, a lot of healing. The Star card promises hope, promises guidance, positivity, peace. Don't give up, Aries. Some of you really need to hear this. Don't give up. Your dreams are not broken. They may have been put on hold. You may have had to take a little detour just to deal with some of this shadow stuff, maybe some of this karmic work, karmic cycle, but you're back on track here. And I feel like this is a reset time for you. Utilize the energy of this full moon to really reevaluate and revise, because now you're putting yourself back on track. I just heard back on track. I love it here. So beautiful energy to have as far as growth. So let's take a look at what steps you can take to continue growing. What can you do this month to help you navigate through Mercury retrograde? How can you move forward, continue growing? we're just going to get a couple of additional cards here from the angels, and then we'll look at all of them together. You do want that one. Thank you, Spirit. What else do we have? Thank you. Okay, we have workshops and seminars. Now, this can include YouTube as well, as long as you are still listening to your intuition and not getting, some people get really carried away with watching so many YouTube videos. And yes, minds are like a sponge and it's beautiful to learn. But if it is in the area of tarot or, going with your astrological sign here, sometimes that can overwhelm us. Sometimes it can distract us and have us feeling a little more confused than we thought here. So I always suggest going with 1 to 3 readers that really resonate with you. But this is about attending additional workshops and seminars. If you're normally a tarot reader or watcher, on YouTube, maybe look up something else on YouTube that's out of your, I don't want to say out of your realm, but something new. Maybe learn about chakra healing, or maybe do a guided meditation regarding inner childhood clearing or anything of that nature here. So workshops and seminars can really help you navigate through some change in this Mercury retrograde season here. It says attending and giving speeches is part of your spiritual path and purpose. Thank you, Spirit. For those of you that may be YouTubers or maybe social media influencers, this is a perfect time for you to put yourself out there. Again, do make sure you double check technology, communication, and travel. But I feel like it's a great time for you to voice what's on your mind, because with you doing that, Aries, it actually helps you heal others. It helps others open up to do their own self-healing as well. So what you put out there, you're actually getting back in return in a positive way. So it's a double win for you. So do be open to teaching this month and be open to learning around this full moon specifically. We do have be willing to forgive. Now, maybe this is forgiving yourself, forgiving others that have wronged you, forgiving your children or your parents is showing up quite strong, especially with this inner child work here. This could be even forgiving yourself for staying in situations or not letting go when you wanted to. And it says, ask the angels to clear your mind and body of past pain in exchange for peace. And that's what you're doing here. You're setting that reset button, and you're going to feel a sense of rejuvenation coming out of this full moon energy here. So I love this showing up for you. Next we have, oh my goodness, okay, we have the earth angels. Some of you are earth angels here. It says you're a light worker who has come to earth to teach about love. We were just talking about that, how you may be a healer, whatever it is you're putting out there, whether again you are a social media influencer, maybe you are an actual healer, or there's something with some of you practicing medicine or practicing holistic therapy as well. This is about you healing others. This could be a part of that judgment energy of your purpose, changing your life for the better. Some of you are revising who you are on a soul level, and maybe you're taking that shift and you're saying, you know what? I did come here to help others. I need to put more energy into that. So Earth Angel showing up here, very positive for you. And last but not least, action steps that you can take. 9 of Pentacles, and you have the 8 of Wands. This is quick energy. So something that you have been working on, something that you are revising. If you stick with this, which I see you sticking with this, Aries, has the potential to really bring in a lot of success, a lot of independence. It may be a quick change, and it may seem like you're going from one extreme to another. For example, excuse me, maybe you've had a job that was paying low on the spectrum. You may get job offers coming out of this full moon or around the full moon that triple in pay or quadruple in pay, and you're thinking, oh my gosh, how did this even happen? Or for others of you, maybe you've been in relationships that have been maybe toxic, and you casted off love for a while. You may have somebody show up for you around this time that is completely different. So I feel like karmic cycles of maybe loss, of poverty, of really difficult challenges, financial issues, love. I feel like this is kind of wrapping up, coming to an end here because you've learned the lessons. So do expect independence here. 9 of Pentacles, I absolutely love, because this is about creating a life that you love, Aries. creating a life that you are proud of here. It's about feeling a sense of wealth, feeling a sense of safety, security, self-sufficiency here. This Nine of Pentacles says your hard work pays off and you will be achieving goals. But I feel like, again, with this Eight of Wands, there may be a message, there may be a relocation, there could be something quite speedy that happens as soon as we kind of get out of that Mercury retrograde. So towards the ends of May, even in June, July, they're showing me fireworks. They're showing me balloons. They're showing me celebrations. They're showing me the Three of Cups energy, which you do have showing up here. So I feel June or July, or possibly a mix of both, there's going to be some really positive changes for you where you're going to actually enjoy the fruits of your labor. You can see here that she's holding an apple. She has a lot of beautiful, sweet fruits at the top here. She's holding the bird. She has everything that she wants at her fingertips and she's enjoying it. And at any time she could reach up and enjoy her fruits or bite into her apple and just be full of emotional peace, full of physical peace here, financial peace. So something is showing up here. So do take the extremes around this full moon or this Mercury retrograde. Remember that you will be coming out a stronger, better, more positive version of yourself. Aries, again, if you've been feeling a little bit of that sluggish energy, feeling the creative blocks, or feeling that things have been stuck and they have not been moving in the way that you've wanted here, you can really expect a big boom. They just gave me a big boom coming in for you because you will have clarity and direction on how to move forward. And I feel like you will really grow, expand, and take something here to the next level. Beautiful energy regarding this full moon. I'm very excited to see what's on the other side for you. If this resonates, Aries, please feel free to hit that thumbs up sign. Feel free to share, comment, subscribe, and I am sending all of you wonderful souls a lot of love and light. Till next time.